Greetings. It's Brother Blacklight. Allah's 24/7 God vision. Propaganda machine, baby. If the devil can have one, so can God. Look here. This is to Aboriginal TV 1 and the rest of you young brothers. You see that sister right there, right? Y'all see that name? Rest in peace, sister. See, we all got different experiences. By me being 72, I got longer experience than most of you young brothers coming out trying to talk logic. This brother talking about you got to prove to him that white supremacy exists. I want y'all other people, for my folks, my black folks only, check it out.
And I came here tonight to recruit people for an army. We need an army that is going to fight for justice. We need an army that is going to see that white supremacy is eliminated from the face of the earth. We need an army that is willing to fight and make effort and struggle if it takes 1 year or if it takes 10,000. And so I'm here trying to help recruit and at the same time share some of the understanding that I have with you. Now, there are a number of things that we have to talk about before the time is up. I think I'm supposed to be finished at 9:30. We have an important thing to talk about. I'm not going to talk about it immediately, but I will talk about it. War is being waged against us, and the war is getting specifically deadly. A part of that war is AIDS. I hope all of you are aware that persons who are seeking to maintain white supremacy are predicting that 50 million, I didn't say 50,000, I said 50 million people is the projection that they are making, 50 million people to die in Africa. 50 million. And I am saying that we must let ourselves think about that, focus on it. That's not to mention the hundreds of thousands that they are predicting will die here in this area of the world that are children of Africa. Neely Fuller, in his work, The Textbook for Victims of White Supremacy, said, if you do not understand white supremacy, everything else that you think you understand will only confuse you. If you do not specifically understand white supremacy, what it is, how it works, what its goal objective is, you will really be walking around in a state of confusion. You can have 59 PhDs, master's degrees, whatever. But if you do not understand the context, the dynamic that is causing everything else to happen, there will be confusion. So I'm I'm going to go over again. There may be people who haven't heard me speak before, but I'm going to go over again and share with you how I arrived at understanding about white supremacy, what my contribution to that awareness has been, and then where we need to go. The long story short, at a party that followed one of the meetings, people were sitting around eating and talking, and I heard this gentleman on the other side of the room start talking about racism. And he was saying that racism wasn't a product of economics, but racism was people who classify themselves as white, maintaining control and domination over people that they classified as non-white. And somehow when I heard that, because I was looking for some other answers about racism beyond Marxism and economics. So when I heard that, a light bulb went on in my head, and I stopped, came to attention, and started listening to that gentleman whose name is Neely Fuller. And the first draft of that was basically completed, but he had started writing during the Korean War on a radar site in Japan. And he had this suitcase filled with all of these handwritten papers. But that was, to me, so very profound. And he had basically said that racism was a system. It was a global system of domination, a global system of oppression. And that global system encompassed and was carried out through all areas of people activity: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. That this was a system, a behavior power system, the goal objective of which was white supremacy. Now you can see that this is different than Karl Marx saying that the objective was economics and profit. You see, this is really a reverse of that. He's saying that the system was about white supremacy, and that the system encompassed everything that human beings did in the course of a 24-hour day or in the course of their lives. Every day we are engaging in economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. And Fuller said that all of these areas of activity have been marshaled to achieve this one particular goal objective. Now I thought that that was profound. I wonder why they would do it. What's the necessity to have white supremacy? And as a psychiatrist, I said, well, I think if I can understand why they do it, you mean tunnel underneath and find out why would somebody think I have to have a system of white supremacy, or we have to have a system of white supremacy. So I thought about that, and Neely Fuller and the other friend, Carl Hutchison, who's a physician in Chicago. And they would say, Francis, you don't need to understand why, just understand how they do it. And I guess I was a stubborn black lady. I said, I got to figure out why. So I thought about it, not on the spot, but I would think about it and wonder about it in my mind. And that's when I came up with the crest theory. And I was standing in my kitchen one day, and all of a sudden, all of the ideas kind of fell in place. And basically, what I came up with was this, that here we are on the planet Earth, and 1/10 of the people have white skins. 9/10 of the people have black, brown, red, and yellow skin. The 9/10, these black, brown, red, and yellow people are all genetically dominant to white-skinned people. That means that white plus black equals colored. White plus brown equals colored. White plus red equals colored. White plus yellow equals colored. So I say that when the people started coming out of Europe and circumnavigating the globe, and when they found out that everywhere the people were colored, and the men pretty soon found out that all of these black, brown, red, and yellow women that they were having sexual relations with, that these colored people could cause their genetic annihilation.
So we encourage you to watch the next video. It's Black Light and Kyng Netjer, Aboriginal One TV. Pay attention. Black Light out.